dear friend, I tell you, with all the silence of my heart, you are not really living in this world, you are dreaming about it. Every morning when you open your eyes, you believe that you are awake, that you are starting a real day. But have you ever asked yourself, what is being awake? When you sleep, in your dreams you also see people, see scenes, see yourself crying, laughing, being afraid. In that moment, the dream is completely real. Only when you wake up do you realize that the whole world, the people you meet, the house you live in, the fears, the joys, are all just images in your mind. So, who guarantees that what you call present life is not another dream, just a dream that seems longer, seems more stable? You call it life, but it is just a vast dream woven of memories, thoughts, and beliefs. You say, I am a man, I am a woman, I am a father, I am a mother, I am a sufferer or a happy one. All these roles are just characters created in a dream called me. You have believed in that character to the point of losing the dreamer. You think you are the body, but the body is just a temporary garment that the consciousness puts on to pass through this material dream. You think you are the memory, but the memory is just the shadow of old dreams, layers of mist covering your own original light. Stop and look deeply. If all your memories are erased, where is you? If your name is forgotten, if this body disintegrates, there is still something that knows I still exist. That knowing does not come and go. It is always there, unchanging, like the foundation of every dream. The I you are trying to protect, the I that fears, hopes, suffers, is only a character in the dream of life. That character does not know that it is born from the light of pure awareness, that same light that dreams in all its forms, including you. When you believe in the dream, you become its victim. When you see that it is only a dream, you become free. Not by running away from life, but by seeing clearly its nature. I am not telling you to leave the world. I am telling you, see the world as it really is, a play of consciousness, a fleeting dream in the great mind of which you are the center. Like ripples that arise and dissolve in the ocean, life comes and goes in you. You are not the wave, you are the sea. You are not the one in the dream, you are the knowing that is dreaming. And only when you realize this, do you truly wake up. Awaken from the illusion that you are a small body struggling in life. Awaken to see that you, from the beginning to the end, have never been born and will never die. The one who is dreaming. You ask me, if everything is a dream, then who is dreaming? And I say, you, but not the you think. You think you are the body, the story, the series of memories and the things you call my life. But the real I, the one who knows that this body exists, that emotions are arising, that thoughts are passing, is not in any form. It is the still ground that observes all movement. When you watch a movie, you may cry, you may be afraid, you may laugh, but what about the screen? The screen is never burned by fire, never wet by rain. It just silently reflects. The knowing in you is the same, it is never harmed by what it sees. Whether the dream is violent or peaceful, the knowing remains intact, pure, unchanged. You can lose everything, money, reputation, body, loved ones, but you cannot lose the knowing in you. Because he was never born, he cannot die. He is space-time. While you measure life in days, time passes in him. He is the space that encompasses all phenomena, the cosmic mirror in which all things appear and disappear. You think you are living in the world, but the truth is the world is living in you. Every image, every sound, every emotion, every thought, all take place in the field of awareness of which you are. Like clouds drifting across the sky, all experiences are just temporary forms passing through the space of your consciousness. You are the sky, not the clouds. Clouds can be black, white, can dissolve, can gather, but the sky is never limited or disappears. When you truly see this, not intellectually but intuitively, you will no longer be afraid. For who can hurt the sky? Who can kill the light that knows itself? From then on, life becomes simple. No more fighting to become someone, no more resisting what is. Because you see, you have never been someone. You are the invisible knowing, the life that sees itself in a million different forms. Then I and you are no longer two. The speaker and the listener are just silence talking to itself. Awakening begins. You ask, how to awaken? And I say, awakening does not come from thinking, not from knowledge, not from methods that the mind can imagine. You cannot think of enlightenment, because all thinking is a fragment of a dream. You cannot learn enlightenment, because what you are looking for is not in a book, but is present in the person who is reading those pages. Awakening is not an action, but the cessation of the action of ignorance. Sit still, like a lake that stops its ripples to reflect the sky completely. Not to seek, but to see. Not to listen to my words, but to listen to the silence that is spreading within you right now. If you can recognize that silence, you have reached your own door. It is not a place you arrive at, but a place you have never left. When you stop identifying with everything that is going on in your mind, when you stop saying, I am thinking, I am feeling, I am this, I am that, then the dream of life begins to dissolve. And the miracle happens. The knowing, the silent ground that encompasses all movements, begins to shine from within you. Not by your effort, not by will, but by pure silence. When you wake up from a dream at night, you don't have to make an effort to wake up, you just stop dreaming. In the same way, when you stop believing that this world is real, you don't have to achieve enlightenment, you just return to where you have always been. Understand this. Awakening is not an event that happens in time. It doesn't come later, when you practice long enough, or when your mind is perfect. It happens now, in the moment you see that you have never been what you thought you were. You are the knowing that is witnessing this body, that is seeing this thought, that is hearing these words. You are the unmoving ground in which everything comes and goes. And the very moment you realize that, you do not become anyone. You just wake up from the illusion of who you were. I am not saying you have to give up everything to become enlightened. I am just saying, look directly into the very thing that wants to become enlightened. Who is the one who wants to attain? Who is the one who is making the effort? When you find that person, you will find nothing, because that person has never existed. There is only the pure presence, invisible, nameless, but alive. That is you, in its purest form. The death of the ego and the emergence of the self. Dear friend, don't be afraid of the so-called death of the ego. It is not the end, but the beginning. The ego is not the enemy. It is only a dream, a temporary role that consciousness chooses to play in the drama of the world of form. When the role is over, the stage is still there, the audience is still there, and the light is still shining. The ego is created by the belief that I am this body, I am the thinker, I am the doer. But when you begin to look deeply into it, you realize that the ego exists only because of an illusion, the illusion of separateness. The ego is afraid of losing you, because it can only live when you believe in it. Once you see clearly, it dissolves like mist in the sun. You ask me, if there were no ego, who would live? Who would work, love, eat? And I say, when the ego dies, real life begins. That is the paradox. When you stop saying I am the doer, action becomes pure, natural, and unburdened. When you stop being the lover, love becomes pure, unconditional, selfless, and undirected. When you stop being the seeker, truth is revealed because it has never left you. The death of the ego is not annihilation. It is the dissolution of illusion. You are not gone, only the false is gone. It is like when you wake up from a dream, the dreamer disappears. But the dreamer is still there, awake, at peace, boundless. You do not have to kill the ego. You just have to stop believing in it. Stop saying, I must be this, I need that. Stop creating images of yourself to cling to. The ego exists only when you feed it with the thought I. When you stop repeating that word in your mind, a strange space opens up, clear, still, and full of life. Then the self, pure light, reveals itself. There is no thunder, no miracle, no ritual. Just the radiant presence of I am. When the dream disappears, infinite freedom. You think freedom is being able to do what you want. But that is only freedom in the dream, where the character thinks he has the right to choose, while everything is predetermined by the dream. True freedom lies not in doing, but in the complete surrender of the doer. When you stop identifying with the doer, you see everything is just the natural flow of life. No one controls, no one owns. Like the wind blowing, the waves rising, the flowers blooming, for no reason, but simply because the nature of life is manifest. When the dream is gone, fear and desire disappear. There is no one left to love, no one left to hate. There is only pure consciousness, quietly watching everything come and go, like the sky observing the clouds. And you realize, life is no longer something to fix or pursue. Every breath becomes sacred, every sound becomes clear. For all is God manifesting in all forms. You do not need to seek Him. He is not far away. He is the presence that listens to these words. Ultimate freedom does not come when you have achieved something, but when you have nothing left to lose. When there is no need to protect your image, no need to prove anything, no need to win or lose. You become the infinite sky, where every storm is calm. Life without birth, no death. You think life begins when the body is born and ends when the body disintegrates. But that is only the life of form, not the life behind all forms. The body is a drop of water from the ocean of consciousness. It is born from that ocean and will return to it. But the water in the drop is never different from the water in the ocean. The drop only temporarily assumes a shape so that the ocean can see itself. True life has no beginning, no end. It just is. Before the thought I am arises, there is still that existence, silent, clear. After the thought I disappears, That existence remains intact as if it had never changed. You fear death because you think of yourself as the body. But if you realize that you are the knowing, you will understand that there has never been birth or death, only a change in the form of light. When a light bulb goes out, the light does not disappear. It just ceases to manifest itself through a concrete object. Likewise, when this body ceases to function, consciousness does not disappear, it just withdraws from the dream of a separate me, the journey back to I am. You ask, how can I live in the awareness of I am forever? And I say, you cannot live in it because you are it. You cannot reach I am because you have never left it even for a second. Just stop. Stop chasing after all the objects of perception, sounds, feelings, thoughts, memories, and return to the awareness that sees it all. When you say I, pause for a moment and ask, who is speaking? Who is feeling that I am? Don't answer with your mind. Let the question dissolve into silence. In that moment, you will feel a presence, nameless, formless, but clearer and more infinite than anything else. That is I am. Not what I am, but simply I am. Every religion, every spiritual path, every master points to this place, where God is in you. When you are in I am, you are not separate from God. You are His light, His life, the consciousness in which He is contemplating Himself. The world continues. The body still eats, speaks, works. But now you know. There is no doer. There is only life expressing itself through you. And you smile. A smile without a cause. Because you have finally come home.